What's up, everybody? We are live. Looks like the Bush Bunker and Adam Hymas are fighting for first. I had the Bush Bunker show up first. So welcome to Late Night Gun Chat. Hope everybody is doing okay. My internet, I am downstairs in the basement, so my internet bars on the screen for StreamYard are going just up and down according to that. Sorry for the bright spot my light is causing behind my head. I tried to cover it up, but, you know, as Chook says, I have a baby bear skin, so... Gun Snob, what's up? I sent you a link if you want to join in. Hey, Gun Snob, what'd you think about my 270 versus 30-06 video? All right, because I know the 30-06 is your favorite caliber ever made. So anyway, I just thought you might want to do that. What's up? We got 67 Rebel SST AMC, Dan O'Neill. We see you in true 144p resolution. There you go. Hey. That's probably a good
pretty
thing.
Good.
I'm an ugly guy. Yeah, whatever. I look good in my screen, right? Rob doesn't look good, but his picture quality is actually kind of decent. But is what it is. So
look at this
Rob
face. Saying I'm not pretty.
Yeah. The Knights Who Say Yeet, 30-06 is the best. I refused to watch it. I figured it was nothing but propaganda. You don't know me very well, then. I didn't declare a winner, my friend. I didn't declare a winner in any of that. So, all right. So, yeah, you were wrong. I don't propagandize for either side. All right. So, that's what the Gun Snob says. So,
that's funny.
Been waiting on this. By the way, I love the 30-06 versus 270 video. Great job. Yeah, thanks, Whammy Gunslinger. There you go. Yep. LOL. No blood. Yeah. I need to go watch it. I've been really busy lately. Yeah, I understand that, man, my friend. Me too. It's really hard as a YouTuber to go watch other people's YouTube videos. It really is. Because you got your YouTube and your job. And then unless YouTube is your job, you don't go watch other YouTubers, you know? So, and I'm a long way from that point. So just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a feeling a lot of the YouTubers who do YouTube as a job probably don't watch a lot of other YouTubers.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Some of them do, and it's interesting, I guess, but keep up with people, that kind of thing. But is what it is. So, yeah. So what's been going on with you lately?
Me? Work. Lots and lots and lots and lots of work.
Yeah.
Lots of work.
What's up, Grizzly Crazy? The man with more guns than I know. Everybody else I know. Mystic Guns is here. All right. Isn't Mystic Guns the Gun Snob's wife? Yeah, that's right. So, anyway, y'all have a good one. No, I'm not. I'm not. You making millions off channel. You should try shooting play block. You know, so many people do that though. Who does that all the time? You know, Kentucky Ballistics does that all the time. You know, it's out there already. I don't want to be a copycat.
I don't either. I know exactly what you're saying. I did one video with it on my 204 Ruger because I was genuinely interested in seeing what the 204 Ruger would do to the clay blocks. So I kind of made an exception to do it. But I even said in the video, hey, this is kind of like Hootie Who's deal, and I don't want to steal it from him. That's kind of his gig. But I really genuinely wanted to see the outcome of this specifically. And it was pretty interesting because there was not a full penetration. It only blew up the front half of the block.
Yeah, that's what I expected to do. Hey, Gun Snobs, you're not making millions off your channel yet. You got more subscribers than me now, Gun Snobs. Are you making millions yet? We can pull this together, and you know, you could be.
I'm making tens of dollars on my YouTube channel.
There you go.
Oh yeah, because it cost me more to actually make the videos. I'm actually not making any money on my YouTube channel. I'm just rising up higher to the point where it's less of a detraction from my budget.
Yeah. Well, even when you get to my
someday I'll break even.
My size is about break even, just so you know.
Yeah.
I also spend a lot of money on the equipment and the guns and the ammo and stuff. So,
Yep.
If I didn't spend any money, I just did that. That's that. Hell no, I'm not his wife. Don't say that. Thanks, son. Right. Yeah. In the gun room, loading up 142 nozzle Rakibon for my 264 Win Mag. Well, that'll get it done.
Awesome caliber.
Yeah, good throat burner, 800 rounds. Pretty sure that will kill anything in North America you need to kill. So we got What Up Gun Nation. Greetings all, Mr. Big Kid. Tried to send you a link, Mr. Big Kid, but it looks like my internet, my Wi-Fi is not letting me send the text message.
Yeah, so, your text to me with the link didn't come in until after we started this.
Oh, that's fun. Yeah. But the Instagram links are working, so I'll just send it to him via Instagram. Yeah. So there he is. You can jump on in here for a little bit if you want to. Anyway. All right, let's see. We got Old Riley. All right. Greetings, Booger Dog. What up, Gun Nation? From Mr. F&H. If we pulled our funds together, we might make enough to buy a cherry sandwich. Yeah. A good sandwich, too, but yeah. All right. Ride the gravy train until the biscuits fall off. There you go. The gravy man, my celiac guy. Shot a Raging Bull, 5 shots with full power. That was the fun I needed. I'm good with 44. There you go. Probably it's a Raging Bull is a Taurus. I'm surprised it didn't fall apart. Yeah, I'm a Taurus hater. Well, they deserve it though. I mean, you got Taurus judges that you can just spin the cylinder. It doesn't lock. Brand new in the counter at Cabela's. 6 of them in a row shipped to us. Yeah, don't tell me that was last year's.
I think they're coming a long way. I mean, the TX22 is awesome. The G3C, I just filmed a video with my new G3C on Sunday. It's awesome.
Yeah, but it's not worth. It's just not worth it. We can get a Beretta APX for just a little bit more, and a Glock for even just a little bit more than that. So, yeah, yeah, Taurus isn't worth wiping my ass with. I'm sorry. But Taurus is the Glock what 6.5 Creedmoor is the 270 for you. Just I'm just saying. Yeah, not even close.
You come up with some odd comparisons.
I'm an odd dude. Have you not noticed this yet?
Yeah.
I agree. I'd rather rock a birdie. There you go. Yeah. No. I've seen frames crack on Tauruses. I've seen numerous jams. I've seen cylinder advancement springs break right out of the box, go into the indoor range. Cylinder advancement springs on Taurus 85. Yeah, I want the new 22, but I'm anti-tourist also. But I'm not gonna lie, I want a raging hunter. I don't even know why, because we're all hypocrites deep inside. That's why. We're deep inside. We're all hypocrites. Never bet my life on a Taurus. Heck no, I agree with that. Amen. I would never bet my life on a Taurus. All right. I even had a Patreon supporter offer to buy me the Taurus G2C back when they were like $200 and send it to me to test and do like 1,000 round and pay for the ammo. And I turned him down because I said I'd never own a Taurus and I wanted to be a man of my word. All right. I told him to send the ammo to Kentucky Patriot, and I would buy some mags for Kentucky Patriot, and he did 1,000 round torture test, and it passed. That is what it is.
I don't care how much I hate a gun. If somebody's willing to send me the gun and the ammunition to test it, I'll test it. I might not have anything good to say about it when it's all said and done, but I'll test it. I'll test anything. I don't care.
Yeah, 6.5 Creedmoor is considered a war crime in some countries. Whatever. I love 270, but I'm a 270 man. carry a Taurus PT 111 and 40. That's the kind that blows up and cracks. Is the PT 111? They were absolute junk.
I had one in 40 a long time ago, and I kept it for a very short period of time.
I don't like Taurus except for the ones I own. All right, I have to give this one. Adam Hymas is correct. Even though they're metal, they didn't use as good a quality steel as Beretta did. Their PT 92s and 1911s are their best guns. Their slide would wear at the slide release point, so they'd never lock back. But yeah, as far as reliability is concerned, and that was a much better safety on the Taurus than on the on the Beretta 92. 1911's pretty good there. So I own an Altor. The Altor, what is an Altor? Is that screw-on barrel one-shot 9mm?
Yep.
Yeah. I did a gauntlet test with CH9C. Did damn good. There you go. Taurus Judge is pretty cool if they lock up. Yeah, they're useless up here in Alaska. You have no snakes, you have no alligators, and you have bears. And you can't shoot the hot, heavy 45 long Colt buffalo bore out of it without blowing the Taurus to pieces. So, and 410 slug is probably not what you want. Plus, if you are shooting the 45 Colt, you have that humongous jump of length the cylinder before it gets to it's not a good idea for Alaska. And like I said, we had 6 Taurus Judges plus 1 Taurus tracker in the counter that you could close it and sit there and spin it. It wouldn't lock up because their quality is still absolute caca. All right. I don't care what anybody says, whether they're doing better or whatever. No, they're not. Give it 5 years and the TX22 will explode and the Glock 44 will end up being a more reliable gun, even though they didn't start out that way. So, yeah.
And the Glock 44 pretty much garbage from all the reviews I've read.
The one I shot said great. So I shot Shoot. It said great. And it was really accurate too. Right? Shoot was shooting. He goes, "Hey, I'm doing better." I go, "Let me shoot that." All through the same hole. I go, "No, you're not doing better. Shut up." Anyway, so I trolled him. He's terrible on accuracy. He missed the steel target at 5 yards with a rifle. I mean,
with a rifle?
With a rifle.
Maybe he wasn't accounting for bullet drop.
Of course not, because he doesn't think about stuff like that. All right.
That was a joke. The bullet's not going to drop much at 5 yards.
He wasn't aiming down. So, what do you think about a coonan 1911 for bear carry? That's a good option if you got the money for a coonan. You have one. If you got good, if it feeds hard cast reliably, or extreme penetrators or something like that, feeds them real well. Absolutely, go for it. Why not?
I'd love the opportunity to try out a coonan.
Yeah, me too. If you got one, send it here on the channel. Then I'll send it to Rob, and he'll send it back. Well, excuse me. Send it to Rob first. He'll be obligated to send it to me, and I'll send it back. I don't know. Rob might keep it. All right. So anyway,
I might. I love 357 Magnum, and imagine that in a 1911. That'd be pretty killer.
Yeah. I wonder. Like, I got small hands. I wonder, like, how far it is to the trigger up there. So, anyway, the Beretta 92 originally had a frame safety, but the Army then made them move to the slide. Yeah, that's what sucks.
Yeah, they had moved to the slide before the M9 version, though, because I have an old 92S, and it's also got the safety on the slide.
Oh, yeah. 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 I have one Taurus regret selling. It was the OSS DS 24 Tactical. Don't regret it. It would have failed on you, too. All right. Better off with a Ruger 45. Yeah, I say Ruger makes a slightly better handgun than Taurus. Okay. There aren't any snakes in Alaska. That's correct. Okay, you've convinced me. I'm moving up there.
There's no snakes? None?
No snakes. None.
Wow. Weird.
Yep. Yeah, none. They can't survive.
Interesting.
Can't survive the winter. They're cold-blooded. All right. Then you'll love my other carry, PA63 and 9x18. They hide well. Yeah, that's a good PA63.
I'm not familiar with PA63.
Isn't that a military surplus? So, Seeing lots of new shooters activate the safety while racking the slide on the 92. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shoot shot shells. Yeah. Aloha, Ghost Tactical. Sent you a link if you want to join. I put over 10,000 range to the G44, other than what I believe is a possible 500 round break in on each mag. They did great. Only about 3 ammos out of 30 that would not run. Yeah.
Good to know.
Did you shoot it suppressed, CloverTac? Just want to know. Hey, people, cell signal is bad where I'm at, so I'll be in and out of here. All right, brownies. All right. Are you going to IV range day? Supposed to be. I've been thinking about it. Yeah, so.
Yeah, I heard they got it going back on. Isn't it like next month?
Yeah. There's a makeup one this month, and then this year's makeup for last year's, and then this year's. I should teach Chuck how to shoot and breathe. Yeah, I'd like that. Yeah, come give me some tips. All right. I mean, breathing while pistol shooting is, one thing. Breathing while rifle shooting is really, really big. So, at CloverTac, what ammo do you carry in your Glock 42? If I were carrying 380, it'd be Extreme Defenders. There would be nothing else I would carry but Extreme Defenders. You just don't get enough penetration. Full metal jackets can be unreliable in penetration or over penetrate. I'd go Extreme Defenders. So snakes in Alaska have 2 legs. Yep, and they live in Anchorage and called Democrats. Mr. PDX one. I wasn't impressed with the PDX one when I did a video on it a few years ago. Scroll down the bottom, and now I can't find my spot here. All right, here we go. And then let's see. I prefer Marlin, 450 Marlin over 4570. Yeah, I don't blame you. Never shot it suppressed.
Definitely going to hit harder, but you're going to be more limited on your ammo selection. Yeah,
either one of them these days is a hand loading cartridge, so you can't hardly get any 4570. Can't get dies, bullets, nothing. I'm glad I already have 4570 shells.
Well, to be fair, can you get anything right now? I mean, come on.
Yeah, I got some 270 the other day. I got a place that still has 6.5 by 284 Norma. So, wow. Yeah. But my rifle hates
nothing.
Yeah. Okay, thanks. I might pick one up. There you go. All right. Think about getting the Tika T3X light stainless. Would you go with 6.5 Creedmoor 24-inch or 308 22-inch? It really depends on what you're doing. If you're shooting Pronghorn at 600 yards, you go 6.5. If you're shooting whitetail at 300 and in, you go 308. It really just depends on what you're doing.
Yeah.
Either one, like I killed a caribou with my 6.5 24-inch Bergara at 282 yards, so it doesn't really matter. All right, either one that you think you're doing, it'll be fine. Now, if you're wanting to, have it double as a target rifle, probably go 6.5. But 308. I love the 308. There's nothing wrong with the 308. But inside of 300 yards, there's no doubt 308 is better. So.
We've been over this, Chuck. You can't kill a caribou with a 6.5 Creedmoor. It's not possible.
Yeah. Right there. All right. Trolling again. Trolling me in my own chat.
I know. You love it.
I got to put you in timeout. All right. So, no. I killed that caribou. I got a witness to that, too. So, and, yeah. 300 Win Mag is better, sure. But, yeah, whatever. All right. My Taurus PT911 was great at first, then it started jamming fairly regularly. Traded to the gun store for $450. They were stupid AF. Yes, I agree. They were stupid Alpha Foxtrot. I agree. Nice, man. Hope to see you there. Yeah, I haven't got the confirmation email. I signed up, but I haven't got a confirmation email. Pat was telling me they don't send you a confirmation email. So, all right. Been waiting to tell you this, Chuck. I'm super excited. My birthday was yesterday. I bought myself my favorite rifle, Browning Max Long Range and 7mm Magnum. Any thoughts on it? Well, I had bad issues with Browning and a 270, and I've hated them ever since. But I know other people get them, and I actually, that long range, Max Long Range, is kind of fun. It's very lightweight for a fluted barrel heavy barrel gun, it's, you know, significantly lighter. I bet if you put the same scope on that gun that I have on my 7 mag with the heavy Magpul stock, they weigh the same, if not Browning a little lighter. So just be careful that Browning with their magazines, you might have to switch over to a stock that allows you to use AICS pattern magazines, Magnum pattern Magpuls, because you may have a chamber way longer than the magazine. And I'm running into that problem with my Tika right now, and it's hard to get anything to shoot. Like I got some things that'll shoot an inch, and I have one thing that one hand load that I did that shot half an inch one time, but it shot like 2 inches the other 2 times I shot it, to try to group it. And so I'm just, my Tika is just, it's not breaking in right. I broke in the barrel. I shot, you know, shot clean for 20 rounds, and then did 3 each, groups of 3, and cleaned it every round. So that's that. Brownings usually have the same problem. So let me know if you found a factory round that shoots in it. That's good. I can never get my Browning to shoot with factory rounds, but that's that. I think the Cabela's here still has some 300 RUM. Yeah, there's some odd big calibers like that are still here. All right, Brownies, put in your link. Go make sure you go subscribe to
Thank you, Brownies. Thank you very much.
Longest shoot was 2.5 miles away. 2.5 miles away with my son, 50 cal. All 10 rounds are in the kill zone. There you go. All right. 308 still has more range than most people can use. Absolutely. Absolutely it does. And I've shot a 308 to 1,000 yards. I had a 5.5 inch group out of an old AR-10 I built. 5.5 inches at 700 yards. I mean, that's opening up over half MOA, but it's nothing you can complain about. Double out buck is good for black bear only. Agreed, but I wouldn't even use that. Slugs. So there's different brand cases for the 4570 require they're each different load up to be in a straight wall cartridge. Sometimes, yeah, I think the Hornadies are a little too short, like the Hornady Lever Evolutions, a little too short to even load. So, yeah, so I haven't loaded much for it. Any experience with the heavy for caliber Hornady Atips, like the 6mm 110 grain and the 6.5 153 grain? No experience. I saw them the other day, and I didn't get them. I would love to try that 153 grain in my 6.5 by 284 Norma, but I don't even think they have a loading for it. You know, let me look at the app and see. Let's see.
The heaviest I've loaded in 6mm, it was for my son's 243. That was 100 grain, and that's the heaviest it'll stabilize. And then for 6.5, the heaviest ever load was 147s.
Yeah, you can get 160s for it, but they're round nose. They're made for the 6.5 Carcano. That's the word I'm looking for. But
well, they used to shoot those in the 6.5 by 55 Mausers too.
Yeah, that's true. Looks like the best you can get it going with Super Performance or Power Pro 4000 MR is 2650 or Hybrid V100. So 2650. Yeah, the V1 BC though is 0.74. So you're getting to the point where the heavy BC doesn't outweigh the slow bullet. I mean, what do you think, Rob? I mean,
what was that?
I said you're getting to the point where the really high BC doesn't really outweigh the slow bullet, in my opinion. Once you get to,
you do hit a point of diminishing returns for sure, because you start taking up so much cartridge space with bullet instead of powder. Yeah, it starts to not really benefit you. I'm out here in my reloading area, and I just remembered something there, Chuck.
Oh, sweet, cool, man.
It's probably close to half a box.
Cool.
So
yeah, I do need those for a video. I appreciate it. So yeah, let me know what I can give to you for them. So
your address.
Okay. Yeah, I'll text that to you. Yeah, that's sweet. I've been looking for those. Any experience for
really
the
didn't like how they performed on deer.
Yeah, I'm not an advocate of the SST for a hunting round, but good
No.
Lord, as accurate as they were out of
They
my
shoot great.
yeah, oh my gosh, it's like who cares what they do when they hit a deer? If you can put it through the eyeball, it doesn't matter, you know.
Well,
You
yeah,
know?
there's that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
they
it's like
shoot fantastic. I mean, literally, I could pull out targets that my daughter shot with these literal dime groups with my hand loads.
yeah, I got a target. It's way across the room right now, but I showed a picture of it a few weeks ago, but it's 0.23 inches center to center and like 0.38 inches edge to edge, and
And
you can't beat it. I mean, those
yeah,
SSTs are nice. And I've always had SST shoot well in hand loads,
yeah,
not factory loads. So
yeah. She was shooting dime size groups with a first generation Savage Axis, completely bone stock, with a 3 to 9 by 40 scope.
yeah, there you go. Yeah, I just got mine's a Savage 111 with a $200 Leupold American Marksman on it. Bone stock, like you said. It's got the Accu trigger, so I've got that. Actually, when I got traded for the rifle, that Accu trigger is like at 2.25 pounds.
Wow.
So it's pretty nice. That's that. Let's see. Could just shoot the moose's eye out with a 6.5 Creedmoor. The guy I bought my 4-wheeler from said that he hauled a moose out that somebody had shot with the 6.5 Creedmoor, and they'd shot it through the shoulder, and it got up and ran away. And it went down, but got up and got away and stumbled, and he shot it as I was running away and hit it right in the back of the head. And killed it.
Probably
Yeah,
not legal, but you could successfully moose hunt with a 2.23 if you just do headshots.
hey, anything's legal in Alaska. The only thing that's not
Really?
legal is to bear hunt with a rimfire. You're not allowed to bear hunt with a rimfire, which is weird because you hear the notorious stories of Native Alaskans surrounding a bear and all shooting it in the head with a 22. Wow. Those are where the stories come from. Polar bears, black bears, grizzly bears, they all shoot in the head with a 22. Just saying. Yeah. All right. The Bush Bunker. Thank you, man, for the super chat. I appreciate that. So better a good hit with a 308 than a poor hit with a super ultra mag. Yeah, that's true.
Absolutely.
Better a good hit with a 22 than a bad hit with a 338 Win Mag. Sure. It's past my bedtime. I have work tomorrow. Well, that's why it's late night gun chat. But that is what it is. So, and boy, is it hard to get ammo here in Barrow. One box of 5.56 going for $200.
Wow.
Barrow. You know where Barrow is?
Not a clue.
It's the northernmost city in the United States. It's on the Arctic Ocean in Alaska.
Dang.
So, yeah, it's the northernmost. I think it's one of the northernmost fully inhabited cities on the entire North American continent, like full year-round inhabited. There's some fish camp cities that are like up on Baffin Island and all those places, but they aren't inhabited year-round. So is that a box of 20? Baldwin Courier wants to know. Yeah, so Barrow is the northernmost town. Scope I bought for a Vortex Viper HST 6x24. For me, it had better glass than the Leupold VX3 in the same price range. I don't know how that is. I have never seen a Vortex have better glass than a Leupold. And the Leupolds are way lighter. Took me by surprise. I'm a diehard Leupold fan, but I couldn't ignore the fact. Yeah, I don't know about that. I've never seen a Vortex have better glass than a VX3 than a Leupold. All right. I'm talking from the $2,000 scopes. Like when I look through a Vortex, they're $2,000, Razor HST, all that jazz, whatever they call it. And I put up a $300 Leupold right next to it. The Leupold's always clearer and brighter. Like there's something about that Leupold glass. So yes, Bush Bunker, we knew you were the first one here. All right, but thank you for the super chat. And thank you for the first one super chat. Yeah, I got to get down to the Iraq Veteran 88 shoot. So make sure y'all send some super chats my way. I'm looking to get down to it. So need some spending
That's a
money
lot of
while
super chats to get that plane ticket.
Yeah, I know, but plane tickets are dirt cheap right now, though. So,
But Alaska to Atlanta, whew.
Yeah, normally it's almost $700-800 a person. We found it the other day for $700 for both of us, all three of us. Actually.
That's insane.
Yeah,
that's
crazy. They're good. Of course, we didn't jump on it right then because we didn't get a confirmation email. So, scored 200 rounds of Winchester Wildcat copper plated 22 LR for $16 the other day at Walmart. Not bad. They had to draw the way back under the animal kennel and behind the glass, pathetic attempt to hide them. There you go.
An employee hoping to buy it after his shift was over.
Probably. Rip off, Eric. Yeah. Yeah, you don't understand the supply chain to Barrow, though. Like, I could see where I could fly to Barrow right now and probably make a lot of money. You know. I'm thinking about trying the Atips for 6mm arc. Found a steal on them. Do it, man. Do it. Everything is expensive in Barrow, that's for sure. So the BC is above 0.6. That's not bad for that small caliber. Yeah, $6 a gallon in gas in Barrow. Yeah, it's usually more than that, isn't it?
Man,
the buy right now is $7 a gallon. There you go. I use SST for home defense in 223 and 308. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I think SST would be a decent home defense bullet. You know, it's going to hold.
In a home defense situation, overexpanding is not a bad thing, I don't think.
Yeah, but my opinion is you still have to have penetration to the vitals. So, but to me, arguably, putting down a human in your house is easier than putting down a deer.
Yeah.
Maybe not situationally, but like the physical anatomy part of it, you know.
Humans are weak.
Barrow, nowhere I live. There you go. Also lived in
I'm
Barrow
with you on that, Adam.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. Have a good one, Mr. Big Kid. See ya.
Later, Steve. Have a good one.
Anyone get snow today? We had 3 inches so far. Nope.
78 degrees today. Where was that today?
Yeah, it was 57 here. We liked it too. Starting to see more ammo here in Delta at a fair price. In Delta Junction, really. There you go.
Huh.
There we go. He said, "We have ammo." When I said, Yep, he said, "We have ammo." When I said I was going to buy it, I'm sure he'd been turning people down all day. Yep. I used number $4 for home defense. That's a good one.
Not a bad choice.
Caught up for the chat. Caught up with the chat. So that's a good choice. So yeah. Man, we went out Saturday and we shot a ton of videos, man. We got 243 and 6.53 more and 7 mag and 270 and 9mm and all sorts of things. We spent we were there we left my house at like noon and we didn't leave there until like 7. So
nice.
Back at my house.
I filmed 4 on Sunday.
Here we go. Yeah.
It was like 84 degrees. Ugh.
Yeah.
It's too hot for my taste.
Yeah, I agree. That's why I live in Alaska. You know, joke's on me in the winter, joke's on you in the summer here. So, the way I see it. But
I mean, really, Oregon doesn't get too bad in the summertime compared to a lot of states, but it's still more than I like. And it's just weird being this early in the season to be seeing 80-degree temperatures.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely weird. I'm just glad it's not snowing and sub-zero here right now.
Yeah.
So they got 5 inches of snow here in Denver. Wow. Sure.
Yeah, but you know, Denver has, or Colorado in general. I've been there several times down in Colorado Springs for taking my daughter to Junior Olympics and stuff. And you could literally have bluebird weather one day, snow the next, back to bluebird the next day. I've always said that it seems like the weather there is bipolar.
Yep, definitely, definitely. So, see, it was 78 yesterday and 30 and snowing in Oklahoma today. In
That's
Oklahoma,
nuts. Wow.
Missouri has swamp ass in the summer. No, so does Mississippi. You don't even know what swamp ass is if you haven't been to Louisiana or Mississippi in the summer. You know,
Memphis.
Yeah, Memphis is
Memphis
close
right
enough.
there on the Mississippi.
Yep.
Sucks.
Snow is finally melting here. Yeah, it is. What part of Alaska are you in, Alaska one, Andy? Forgot about that, but we had 2 inches of snow this morning. It was gone by noon. Went rock climbing today. There you go.
That's cool.
Got 243 wing case primed and cleaned, working on sizing them to the lead trimmer. Just need primers. There you go. Yeah, I only remember having snow this late in April once before in my life. Yeah. You know, ironically, when I lived in Georgia, March and April were your best months for snow because they were your best months for moisture. And you get a little in the morning. Rarely did we have snow in winter. It was always like a spring snowstorm, and it would be like 2 inches. Everybody would freak out and be gone the next day. Yeah.
We got 0 snow this winter. Absolutely
yeah,
nothing.
We got a crap ton of snow this winter. I think we had a total of 11 or 12 feet. It wasn't that much, but we had some warm ups and meltdowns, so it didn't look like there was 12 feet of snow everywhere. Of course, because it compacts down, you know how it is. But you know, it was.
We'll usually get 1 or 2 days that we'll get snow, but it's like a half an inch that's melted by noon.
Yeah, we had the snow where you put snowshoes on and you still sink down 2 feet, but you're able to get back out with your snowshoes better. So you know, you weren't post holing like all the way up to your junk, but yeah, is what it is. 4 inches this morning in KCMO. By noon, I could mow my lawn. There you go. North Pole. Oh, you're in
I
North
was
Pole.
in Kansas City, Missouri 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Week and a half ago.
North Pole, Alaska. That's where he's from. I've been there once for a football game. The only reason why I've ever traveled to north of the valley. Anyway, football.
Wow.
32 special. What's up, man? Calaveras 32 special. What's up? Over here in Indiana. I'll trade your snow for my Florida snowbirds. Yeah, in order for us to do that, you're going to have to move here. There you go. Ours didn't even stick. I actually mowed this evening. There you go. No snow in Sacramento. No surprise. How's turkey hunting already? Well, I don't turkey hunt because I have no turkeys in Alaska. We sent our
I
one
haven't turkey hunted in several years.
We sent our turkey to Washington. Her name's Lisa Murkowski. Anyway, any luck? I've called the campaign 3 times. With any luck, I'm going to get the main Republican challenging her in the Republican primary on here. With any luck, I've called 3 times, and they've called me back once, and somebody's supposed to tell me back again for that's that. What's the limit for 243 for caribou? I'd say about 300 to 400 yards. That would be my range limit. 300 to 400 yards. All right. Put 100 rounds through my new Sig P365X last week. 50 rounds of CCI Blazer brass case and 50 rounds of Sig 115 grain holly point. Zero the Romeo red dot sweet carry gun. There you go, man.
Nice.
Good stuff. I have several moose in our yard in Wasilla this week. My fiance sent me the video. It's pretty cool. Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, you're gonna have several moose in the yard. We have not had a lot of moose in our yard. All right. 51 today in Moscow, Idaho. There you go. Got minimalist trigger guard holster for my Sig and scratched the crap out of the slide immediately. Oops. Yeah, there you go. That's why you get a full holster. Not one of those holsters that just covers the trigger guard. So, there's no finance back in the 70s. Yeah. Anyway. So how's that new Kimber 10 millimeter stainless target you're going to give me doing?
Oh, it's not going anywhere. Just wait till the next time you see it.
Oh man. So yeah, I'm not buying any new guns lately. The last ones I bought were the Glock 34 and the 1022 Charger. You know,
Well,
so,
I tried to make a video with my 1022 Charger. I did one several months ago, and it worked flawlessly. And I borrowed my buddy's. I was at my buddy's house, and I borrowed his suppressor, and I shot it with the suppressor, and it shot great with suppressed. And the next time I went to shoot it just for pleasure shooting, I was having tons and tons of stovepipes. And I assumed it was because it was dirty from shooting with the suppressor the last time, because I hadn't cleaned it since I shot with the suppressor. And so I didn't really chalk it up too much. Well, I bought that Franklin Armory binary trigger for it. While I was working on installing the binary trigger, I cleaned the crap out of it. I mean, scrubbed it down really, really good. Went to go make a video with it. And, I was lucky if I could get 10 shots before I was getting a stovepipe. Most time I wasn't even close to 10 shots. So then I thought, well, maybe it's the extractor, because some people were saying the extractor. So I bought a Volquartsen extractor. Still not working. Still stovepiping like the son of a gun.
with the suppressor on it?
No, not suppressed, no.
Okay.
I only shot suppressed the one time.
Suppressed is like suppressor will severely, cause it to be really ammo picky. Like, there's.
But yeah, I'm not shooting suppressed now, and I tried a bunch of different ammo. Tried CCI, standard velocity, CCI mini mags, the Federal auto match, Norma TAC 22, some super cheap, just junk stuff. I mean, nothing would work. Everything was stovepiping.
Yeah, and it sounds like your ejector. So.
Well, I changed out to the Volquartsen extractor, and still doing the same thing.
Ejector, not extractor.
The ejector's on the front of the magazine, isn't it? That front left-hand lip of the magazine.
I don't know. I have to look, but yeah, I think so. But maybe try 10 different magazines. I guess would be the way to go.
I tried a standard Ruger 10-round rotary mag. I tried the 15 round, the BX15, a BX25. Tried my buddy's cheap Butler Creek.
I remember when Butler Creeks were all you get, and they had the steel lip ones that were pretty. So your 7mm mag Remington 26 mil. Since you stopped, have you been able to shrink those kids yet? Yeah. I've done several videos on that. You missed them. Did you ever find the perfect 7mm bag bullet you lost from the test? No. No, I never did find that perfect mag bullet, 7mm mag bullet. Yeah. The 120 grains grouped one hole out of it. The TSX, the 145 grains are sub-inch. LRX, the 139 LRX that I normally hunt with are sub-inch. The factory ones are 0.8, 0.9 inches. I'm getting 0.7 with the 145 grain hand loads. And part of that's probably me. So anyway, I'd say definitely the I've got that thing front pretty good. That's one of the most accurate rifles I have. Yeah. Did the 155 grain terminal ascent, did I get that to shoot any better? Heck no, I don't have any more of the ammo. I got 12 rounds left. I'm not going to shoot that. I'm going to take that bear hunting, Yep. For the extractor, my TriStar CZ clone. TriStar mailed me a new one, no questions asked. Good service for a $360. Yeah.
How is that TriStar CZ clone? Is it a pretty good gun?
I finally found me a 1076. Now that is a good shooting 10mm. Yeah, I've heard nothing but good things about those.
I saw your short video on that gun snob. I'm very jealous.
Yeah. Last month I picked up an FMK 9C G12 and 17 Gen 3. There you go. You think 357 SIG could be a second option for Bear? I mean, it's all about shot placement and bullet construction. People have done it with 9mm, but the answer is, if that's what you got, buy the right ammo for it. Don't take hollow points out there, especially in 357 SIG, where most of the hollow points are designed for 9mm and blow up on impact. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with 357 SIG with a good hard cast round. That's that. Would you explain the difference between 270 and 308 and 30-06? All right, 270 has a .277-inch bullet, which gives you a maximum bullet weight of about 150. There are some heavier ones, but most rifles don't have a twist rate, the twist in the barrel for the heavier bullets. It has the same casing as a 30-06, so the powder charges are virtually identical. For the same weight bullet, you can get a little bit more powder in a 30-06, but not much.
270 was developed from the 7x57 Mauser round, not a 30-06.
I know, but you can still run a 30-06 case through a 270 die and get a 270 shell. So
you have to do some trimming.
Yep.
Actually, I'm sorry. No, you'd actually end up short.
Yeah, but
you'd end up short a little bit.
Yeah, not enough to make it not fire and not be safe if you aren't overcharging it. So, 308 and 30-06 shoot the same projectile. 308 is a true short action cartridge, so the cartridge is shorter and the casing is shorter. 308 and 270 will send a 150 grain, depending on the powder charge, about the same velocity. 270 being maybe 50 to maybe 75 feet per second more. All right. 270 is max out around 2,900 for a 150 grain, and the 308 maxes out about 2,850. So, depending on your barrel and stuff like that. I know Rob's looking at me like I'm crazy, but I got 2 or 3 reloading manuals around me too. So, but I know you can get a 308 going that right there. But like 270, well, let's break out the books. Oh, I turned right to 308 Winchester.
So 270 with 150 grain jacketed soft point. The fastest load data is 2907.
Yep, 2,900, like I said. And
I just gotta see this for myself because I'm not buying it.
Yep. And I got an old Hornady manual here, but if you use their new Super Performance powder, I think you can get
Dear God. 748 powder. It's listing a max charge at $29.96 for the 308 in 150 grain. I'm surprised. I'm sorry. You're right. I thought you were smoking the crack.
There's a reason why my channel is called Alaskan Ballistics. We don't smoke crack here. It's other stuff. All right. So anyway, 150 grain in the Hornady manual. 2,800 is still is listed, but there are like the 150 grain factory Superformance from Hornady, whether it was the SST or the GMX, was getting over 29, and up. I remember the SST was getting, I think, 3,000, which is not what you want in an SST. That thing looks more like a VMAX. But yeah, in fact, now let me show you this. My Nosler manual here. Sorry, I didn't really hope my butt didn't go in the film there. But here are 308. If you go to 308, okay, and you look up their 165 grain data. I don't know if you can see that down there at the bottom. Big game. Look at the velocities they're getting with 165 grain, 2910, and that is 308 Winchester. All right. You can see it right there on the side of the screen, 308 Winchester. 2910, remember that number, okay? Go to a 30-06 Springfield, okay? 165, 2940. That's what the
I said
Nosler
for
number 6, and that's for their AccuBond or ballistic silver tip or partition 165 grain. So
I said for a long time, there's not enough difference between 308 and 30-06 to make it worthwhile to go to the 30-06.
unless
you're shooting an M1 Garand.
Yeah. 180, unless you prefer 180 grain bullets, where like 308 180s, the max charge in this manual is you're going to get 2718 and a reloader 22 in the 30-06. Oh, wait a minute. I was on 30-06 actually improved. Hold on a second. That's a difference. Hold on. Okay, so total mistake there. Sorry, guys. Okay. So let's say you're in 308 Winchester and 308 Chinwester, or whatever you want to call it, and 165 grain. With big game powder, 165 grain, you could get a 165 grain out of a 308. Now, let's say what barrel they listed here. 24-inch 1 in 10 twist. Okay. Big game, 2910. Remember that number, 2910. You go to 30-06 Springfield, not the Ackley improved, 3002. So again, not enough to 2910 versus 3002, 90 different grains of difference. But once you get over to 180 grain, you got 2872 versus 2718 in a 180 grain. So you're talking, 160, 170 feet per second difference there. But the 30-06 allows you to get 200 grain and 220 grain bullets in it, such as the 220 grain Nosler partition. All right, that's here in the 30-06. So I say that you definitely between the two. I'm a fan of out of the three of those. I'm thinking, if you want semi-automatic rifle, you go 308, obviously, for the magazine capacity and the number of parts and different types of rifles that are out there. If you want a good hunting rifle all the way around, 30-06 just allows you a lot more bullet weights than the 270. All right. So if you want to go hunt elk versus hunt deer all the time, I'm a 30-06 guy like that. So that's that. I use a leather holster and nylon for pocket carry. Yeah, nylon pocket. It's better between the three. I mean,
no such thing.
If you place the bullet where the right bullet where it should go, none of them make a difference for hunting purposes. None of them make a difference. They're all dead. Dead is dead. They're gonna kill. I'd say just because of its speed versus ballistic coefficients, if you have the right twist rate in 270, you might get a little bit better distance. But as far as deer hunting or caribou hunting or moose hunting or elk hunting within 300 yards, it's not going to make a difference.
No.
All right. And that's true. And to be honest with you, that's true even when you jump up to 7mm Magnum or 280 Remington or any of those calibers in there. None of them are going to make a difference. To my opinion, from 243 all the way up to like 30-06, if you have the right bullet and put it in the right spot, you're not going to lose game. You're not going to, in general, it does take putting in the right spot with the right bullet. Like 90% of the game is accuracy. 9% of the game is the bullet construction. Do you have the right bullet construction? 1% of the game is the power factor of the caliber. That's what it is, right? So go get which one. If there are 3 different rifles from 3 different manufacturers on the shelf and you're debating which one you want because of caliber, don't worry about caliber. Caliber debates are stupid. And I said it. I make videos on caliber debates, but I'll be honest with you, they're stupid. All right. I make them because I get YouTube views. All right. But I mean, dead is dead, whether you shot it with a 6.5 Creedmoor or a 270. So doesn't matter. Yeah.
I also make those, but I make them for the views, and I love how incredibly easily triggered the 6.5 Creedmoor fanboys are. When you say anything about their beloved 6.5 Creedmoor, and people lose their minds.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny, but yeah. I mean, there's no way 270 it does okay, but there is something better out there. Yeah, 6.5 Creedmoor. Whatever. Yeah, no. I do carry 2 or 3 guns on, and then a rifle and a Ruger Towclat 454 in my truck. There you go. Yeah. All 3 will do the same job with hunting. 270 is just a little flatter. Yeah, 270. I'll say 270 is a little flatter, and that's true. But you can actually send the same grain bullet faster in 30-06. So if I wanted to shoot a 130 grain in 30-06, it's going to go a slight bit faster, maybe 50 feet per second. Correct me if I'm wrong, Rob. Look it up. Yeah. If I wanted to send a 130 grain bullet out of a 30-06, because the neck is wider, there's more powder in there a little bit. And now we're both going books again.
And your 308 in the same weight will have a incredibly worse ballistic coefficient than the 270.
Yes, and that's true.
So you might even beat them out of the barrel, but it's not going to take long for the 270 to overtake the 308 when it comes to just flatness of shooting. So like the 308, the 150 grain that we were talking about earlier, you got a BC of 0.338. That's pretty garbage.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. Let's go over to this. It's the same bullet in the 270. 270 with the same 150 grain bullet, 0.462.
Yep.
That's a big BC difference.
All right.
That's gonna be one of your biggest factors on how flat it shoots.
So in the Barnes manual, 270 with a 130 grain TTSX is 0.392. All right. And looks like the fastest you can get it going is 3160 according to their manual, right? Your results will vary. Now you go hold on, let me go back. Okay. You go to 30-06, and that's what I love about Barnes. You can download it all for your phone for free. All right, come on, I got 30-06 in here somewhere. I know I do. Here we go. You go to 30-06. They also have a 130 grain TTSX, 0.350. Okay, so garbage BC. But the fastest charge is 3285. So you do get 125 feet per second more out of the barrel. But that is, Rob's right, that's probably not enough to make out of the BC. But both of those all copper bullets had pretty lightweight BCs. 0.35. Yeah,
just because it's so much less dense than lead.
Yeah. I will tell you that I do like the LRX in 270. It's got a 0.462, I think, or something like that. Which, 0.45 and above is when it starts to not be garbage, in my opinion. That's kind of the minimum I like. So, yeah. Carlton, tell me in the chat here, what are you hunting? Where and what are you hunting? Okay. So if you tell me that, I'll tell you, if you're hunting here in Alaska, you go 30-06 because you can still make a 400-yard shot with a 30-06. It's still easily done. All right. And you can on Caribou, and you have a little bit better energy and thicker bullets for if you run into a brown bear. So, but that being said, my pastor in my church killed a brown bear on the run with a 270 140 grain Barnes TSX. So, his buddy had shot it and wounded it with the 375 H&H, and it was about to go in the brush. And my pastor threw it up, boom, dropped right there. I was running broadside to him before it got into the brush. Dropped it right there with 270. All right. Now, granted, already hit by 375 H&H, but got a high shoulder shot and dropped it right there. So,
well, there's definitely something to be said for the high shoulder shot.
yeah.
For one. For two, granted, it's not PC to say, but the old saying goes, it's more about the Indian than the arrow.
Absolutely. Definitely. What would y'all do if you got a brand new gun and it came with tiny nicks? And first of all, why did you let it leave the store like that? If you ordered it online and had it shipped to your FFL, then where did you let it? That's kind of bad. Like I would have them shipped back. I would be like, hey, look, it came in the box this way. Adam also says depends on the price of the gun. Yeah, if it's a $2,000 gun, yeah, then send it back. If it's a Taurus, it's $299. Have them fix it when you send it back for them it breaking. So
for me, it's not only the price of the gun, but the intended use of the gun. If it's a hunting rifle that I'm taking out in the woods, that's kind of just the first dings that's gonna see. So I probably worry about less there than like a range gun. Like my new pretty brass 357 Henry Big Boy, I'd be sending it back if there are dings and scratches. Absolutely. Yep. But that's my pretty gun. That's my range gun. My hunting guns sometimes get the crap kicked out of them, and you're not going to notice little dings and scratches after a very short period of time. So there's a lot of variables.
Absolutely. Alaskan Ballistics, my 308 is pushing 150 grain Barnes at 3,000 even. There you go. Can't complain about that.
What length of barrel is that? I'm curious.
It's got to be 26-inch barrel. Yeah, curious. So that, or you're jacking up the load and not seeing pressure cut points, whatever. Yeah, that's pretty good. So.
That's cooking.
If people do a 308 and get crazy velocities, I don't remember. Eagle Eye Shooting. It's just a PSA under 600, but it's got like 7 or 8 of these nicks. Was it one of their blemished? Because they're pretty bad about having blemishes. They have blemish sales. Did you notice it? Personally, I just go get it Cerakoted somewhere else and pay for a better coating to begin with. All right, but 308 loads are my hand loads. There you go. Not much of a difference. Adam, it knocked black off in 700 places on the rail. Okay. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. I would say just go get the whole thing Cerakoted for $200 at a gunsmith, man. Or less these days. Is this going to be on the test? I don't know.
That's right. It is. You better pass.
Yep. Yes, there's a test. Yeah, if you weren't paying attention to us reading the ballistics charts book, so dude, everybody's freaking out about the test now. The rail I just accept it as it is. Yeah.
Rails do take a beating.
Technical Considerations on YouTube has a good video on Ruger 1022 problems that might help you. There you go.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'll go check that out.
Brownie, if you can find that video, Brownies, let us know and put it in the chat. All right. Been checking out the Bighorn AR500. Yeah.
That would be freaking cool.
It would be. Yeah, I would like to have it.
It's not that much different than a 50 Beowulf. The 50 Beowulf, you're just limited on how heavy a bullet you can shoot. You can't really go past like 350 grain.
Isn't there
Maybe
AR 500 though
440.
built on an AR-10 platform?
Yeah.
Built on an AR-10 and got a little bit better powder capacity. So if you went
maybe.
you get a lot more you get a lot faster speed.
But I mean, the 500 mag and the 50 Beowulf brass have almost the exact same powder capacity. Really, it's going to be what length of bullet are you going to be able to load in there? Because the 500 Magnums, you run out of space in the magazine really, really fast because some of the bullets are really long. You know, it's like I've loaded a bunch for my buddy's 50 Beowulf, and I'm starting to load stuff for the 50 Beowulf I'm currently building. And like the Lee 440 grain cast bullet is about the biggest bullet I'm going to be able to put in there. I'm not going to be able to use my 700 grain or my 600 grain hollow point just because the length.
Yeah. There we go. Guess I'm going to have to go to Anchorage and be schooled on this. Yeah, I don't live in Anchorage anymore, so. Yeah, 308. I'm okay. Thanks for the advice. Want to make sure it wasn't unreasonable and it wasn't a normal thing to start. Thanks. Flatter shooting has become less important in the day of laser rangefinders and drop reticles. Absolutely.
That's true. If you have to calculate drop either way, because I mean, none of us are shooting a laser that doesn't drop at all. Everything drops, so everything has to be calculated for.
Technically, even lasers drop. You just need really fine computer sensors to actually tell a laser drops. But that's part of the gravity's Einstein's proof of relativity. You can go look it up.
For practical purposes, smartass, lasers don't drop.
Yeah.
Jeez.
That's me. No, I'm going trolling there. I caught me a whopper. All right.
Yeah.
No problem.
Fair enough.
Yeah, there you go. Yes. Willing to price. But to be honest with you, Vash, I'm telling you, just go get it Cerakoted. You know, if it's a PSA, you know, they might have had a blemish. They might put blemished in the sales thing, like so small you couldn't read it. Usually they don't do that, but I've seen it happen before. And then two, if it's just the handguard and the upper receiver, go get it Cerakoted. Don't send a gun back that's going to take a company 4 to 10 weeks to turn it around in a time that Biden might try to ban them all before then. That's my issue right now with that. That's the one thing I'm debating. Do I send my 6.5 Creedmoor barrel to get spiral fluted? And I'll take it off my AR-10 and send it to go get spiral fluted, or do I just get my local gunsmith to do it? It'll be back from my local gunsmith. It'll cost me more at my local gunsmith, even with shipping. But he'll take a pound out of it for sure, because that barrel weighs 4.5 pounds or 5 pounds or something like that. It's ridiculously thick.
Wow.
Yeah, wow. It's huge. It's thicker than any barrel I have. It's way thicker than my Bergara heavy barrel, right? And it's just it's an AR-10 Aero Precision barrel. So,
well, my 50 Beowulf has to use a .937 gas tube because that barrel's so big around, but it's not that heavy because it's got a big freaking hole down the middle.
Yeah, there is that. So, all right, got my 1076 and 1992, 370 Winchester. You get 160 grain Nosler and 180 grain Woodley weld core for 308. I love 200 grain Nosler. But you have to have the right twist rate to shoot those Woodley weld cores. So, man, how far behind it am I? There we are. Okay. So, you wanted to show up faster, get the super chat so I can go to IV8888 shoot. I have all 8 of the Not So Reloading books. Why am I not surprised, Grizzly? All right. I got number 6 right here. Does that count for anything? Here's the crazy yes. Chris Barnes would make a new manual. Why? You can get it all download it straight to your phone. Only got a new manual coming out soon, I seen. Yeah, I just keep up with their app and let it read. It is a factory Savage 11 with a 22-inch barrel. Oh, 22-inch barrel,
Wow.
and you're getting 3,000 per second. So you're cooking those
That's
hand
crazy.
loads. You need that 1/10 of a grain over the maximum charge until he started seeing pressure signs and stopped, right? That's crazy. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was an upper through the mail. It was not supposed to be blemished. I was thinking about not worrying or in Cerakoting things to advise y'all. Yeah. Right. If it was just the upper through the mail, I'm telling you, man, just go get it Cerakoted. Yeah. I think I found the lit. Here's the link for that video. If you want to copy and paste that into your browser. But,
awesome. Thank you, Brownies.
yeah. Double check my laser. Double check my laser. Like 3 more. Well, in your opinion, what should be the max bullet weight I could use for an old 308 24-inch barrel with a 1 in 12 twist? 168 grain, right?
Well, I mean, it depends on the gun. You know, I know a guy that shoots 190 Sierra Match Kings out of his factory Savage barrel.
Mm-hmm. So,
but yeah, it all depends.
It all depends on the gun. Try it, and if you don't like it, it doesn't like it. Generally, 1 in 12, 150 grain to 155 grain is kind of like the 155 grain AMAX and stuff was kind of what people use.
Yeah.
But you can't get away with like a 168 grain type thing.
Yeah.
So,
you're not going to be able to shoot anything super heavy with 1 in 12.
No 180 stuff like that. But it would shoot a 180.
That's possible.
That's possible. Yeah. That's possible.
You have a lot shorter bearing surface on a round nose bullet.
Yeah. You mean a lot bigger for bearing surface?
Shorter. Or bigger. Yeah, sorry. It's a really long day.
Yeah. There you go. I've never paid for load data. There you go. Yeah. That is max load of my data. No pressure sign. I'm using range stock, exterminator, and large rifle magnum primers. Okay. Oh, so what's probably happening is because the rifle magnum primers are supposed to get a little bit better, bigger burn. Now that you were telling me a video the other day that didn't happen with small rifle, small pistol magnum. But they're supposed to get in large rifle magnum a little bit better burn. So you might be getting more of the powder burnt during that barrel length. So, and maybe the casings you use just don't expand the same way, causing more pressure. Yeah, that's his Moskva 308 getting over 3,300 feet per second with 149 ball.
That's nuts.
That is nuts. That cannot be safe. So, Barnes does need to make a new manual. No updates since like 2008. No reference for common powders either. It's all on their app. Like literally 6.5 Stay Ball came out last year as a powder, or the year before that, and it's on their app. So just download it from their website, dude. Like on the phone.
You know, I've definitely gotten plenty of load data on the internet through my phone, but when I'm comparing stuff, nothing beats having a hard manual. I really like the ability to flip back and forth pages rather than, you know, backup screens and all that. It's just a lot easier.
I totally agree. Okay, totally agree. Well, guys, it's been an hour and 15 minutes or so, and you know, I haven't even caught up to the chat. But yeah, there we go. Guys, I gotta go. My kid's screaming upstairs. I can hear him. So my wife's probably a little frustrated with that. So anyway, I gotta go. He's not been happy having 3 or 4 teeth come in lately. So that's that. I love a hard manual. I do too. All right. So guys, Rob, what do you got coming up on your channel?
Well, I don't know what I'm gonna upload next. Probably the Henry Big Boy Brass 357. I'm in love. I'm absolutely in love with it. It's awesome.
Yeah, I'm in love with my 6.5 by 284 Norma. You know, it's awesome. I agree.
Yeah.
I'm glad I traded for that. It only shoots my hand loads. It will not shoot any factory load. It shoots one factory load at just about an inch, and then the rest of them, it just throws them everywhere. And the guy who gave it to me thought I texted him the other day. I go, hey, look, I'm getting 0.23 MOA with this. And he goes, man, I never got that. And I go, what? I thought you told me you fired one shot out of it. So yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. So everybody, Audur, thank you. I hope I said your name right. Great chat. All right, Brownies Vash. Everybody, tomorrow morning we have our first pure 243 video coming out with the 95 grain fusion ammo. So check that out. I already posted it for my Patreon members, and already so hopefully that comes out tomorrow. So make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe it. We have right now we have Blackbeard fire starters. Make sure you go use your discount code Alaskan on Blackbeard fire starters. That'll help support the channel. Blackhound Optics, discount code Alaskan there as well. Blackhound Optics, but I haven't done a review on them yet. So I think Slav Guns has. If you check out Slav Guns, he's done a review on it. So yeah. So everybody, make sure you do all right. Make sure you keep fighting for the 2A. Man, it's coming down the pipe. I was in Jared and Guns and Gadgets live stream earlier today, and it is coming down the pipe. So y'all expect it. I mean, and they're taking your guns away when they're taking the police away, because Chauvin was found guilty. If you didn't hear about that, and it's like there's not even any crush marks on his neck. How could he be found guilty of murder? So the coroner's report. So anyway, guys, God bless. Take care. We'll see you at the range.
Have a good one, everybody.